Yeah, so hey, I wanted to show you something. And that is, some people ask me about the software I use when translating, and this is it's called multi-term, and I have about like 7,000 entries, 600 something entries in it, and I need this because a terminology, if you have large texts and repeating terminology, you have to have an exact uh, uh, um, recurrence of the same word, of the same description, of the same usage of the macron, for example, and all this. And if you need, you can add the definition and all of that. And so I just wanted to show you how people talk about the jifa, the hairpin, and there's so many different ones. Like this is a chiyaku jifa, is a brass hairpin used by women. Then there's a golden hairpin, it's kansashi in second major chord rank or higher, were the people who wore this. And these are the kanji here for it, right? And then there's a G for ornate hairpin used by women. And here, for example, is I added a definition here, like commonly used during the royal dynasty. The head is scoop-like. There are kugan jifa made of gold. There are nanja jifa made of silver. There are chiyaku jifa made of brass. There are kaminaku jifa made of tortuga shell. And in the case of mourning, however, regardless of the status, a kiji jifa, that is a wooden hairpin, was used. And after the Meiji era, they began to make them of aluminum. And then here is the Kaminaku jifa torture. And of course, I have the either the katakana or the kanji, if there are kanji. And sometimes there are different ways of writing it, right? Sometimes you write it in katakana, and then there's a kanji composite word, and sometimes it's a mix between kanji and the hiragana. And so it goes on here. And yeah, again, so there are like 7,600 or something of these, and just wanna. So here you can see it, uh, the whole thing. Like, for example, there's butoku, right? What does it mean? Butoku is like in Butoku Kai, right? It means morality of the Budo, right? The warlike virtues and the martial virtues and all this. What else is there? What is that? Oh, this is just one term. It's means to pierce. I don't know. Sometimes these are very rare terminology found only in some weird old document or something. Oh, here's something interesting. This is a Chumon Seito. Seito were like team leaders in the guard units at the royal castle. So it's not very well known, but Chuman were the intermediate gates at the Jura castle, so the inside gates. And there were groups of people assigned to it, and they work in shifts, right? And the interesting thing is there was no clear distinction. These were mixed groups. There were always, or most of the time, people from Shuri, people from Naha, and people from Kumemura. So there was no originally among the, like, let's say, bodyguards or like the Secret Service of Shuri Castle. There was no such distinction. They were working together. Yeah, so that was the thingy here with my term database that I work with.